If you were born before 1966, this is the most important Social Security video you will watch in 2026. Not because the rules changed for everyone, because the rules are different for every single birth year in this range. And the specific mistake that costs people in your group real money is not the same mistake that costs people in a different group. What I am going to do today is break this down by birth year. Find your group. Listen carefully to what applies specifically to you. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what to check, what to fix, and what is sitting in front of you right now in 2026 that most people in your situation have no idea is even there. Before we get into the groups, drop your birth year in the comments right now. Not your full date, just the year. I want to see exactly how many people watching this video fall into each group, because every single one of them has something specific happening right now that is directly affecting their monthly check. Drop your year and let us get into it. If you are not subscribed to this channel, do that right now and turn on the bell. Here is why it specifically matters for today's video. The rules I am about to cover are not new laws. They are existing Social Security rules that the SSA expects you to already know, rules that determine how much money lands in your account every single month for the rest of your life. This channel exists to explain those rules in plain language, before the decision is already made and cannot be undone. The people subscribed here know before the wrong decision, before the deadline, before the money is already permanently gone. Subscribe, turn on the bell, and let us get into the groups. Let us start with Group 1. If you were born between 1943 and 1954, you are between 72 and 83 years old right now. You have been on Social Security for several years, and most people in this group have mentally closed that chapter. Benefits sorted. Medicare active. Nothing left to review. That assumption is quietly costing some of you real money every single month, and you do not know it yet. The first thing people in this group need to look at is whether they are collecting the right benefit entirely. A significant number of widows and widowers in this age range are collecting their own retirement benefit when they would actually receive substantially more on their late spouse's record. The survivor benefit for a widow or widower can be up to 100% of what the deceased spouse was receiving at the time of death. In many cases, that figure is meaningfully higher than what the surviving spouse is currently collecting based on their own earnings record. If you lost a spouse and have never specifically asked SSA to pull both figures and put you on the higher one, there is a real chance you have been leaving money unclaimed for years, sometimes many years. One phone call to SSA at 1-800-7721-213 can change that. Ask them to compare both records and confirm which benefit pays you more. That is the entire step. The second issue for this group is a Medicare surcharge most people in this range have never heard of by name. It is called IRMAA, the Income-Related Monthly Adjustment Amount. If your income was elevated in a prior year because of a property sale, a Roth IRA conversion, or any kind of one-time financial event, Medicare may still be calculating your current Part B premium based on that old higher income figure. IRMAA surcharges can add anywhere from an extra $70 to nearly $500 on top of your standard Part B premium every single month. The appeal process exists specifically for this situation. The form is SSA 44, and it is available at ssa.gov. If your Medicare Part B premium is higher than you expected it to be, this form is where you start. Quick question for Group 1 before we move on. Have you ever called SSA and asked them to specifically compare your own benefit to a potential survivor benefit? Drop a yes or a no in the comments right now. The number of people who have never made that call will surprise you. Now, Group 2. If you were born between 1955 and 1959, you are between 67 and 71 years old right now, and this is the group with the most specific and consequential information in 2026. Here is why. The full retirement age for this birth year range is not a single fixed number. It changes by 2 months for every single birth year within this group, and most people in it only know the general range, not their specific month. Born in 1955, your full retirement age is 66 and 2 months. Born in 1956, 66 and 4 months. Born in 1957, 66 and 6 months. Born in 1958, 66 and 8 months. Born in 1959, 66 and 10 months. That is your number. Not 66, not 67. Your specific month. And the reason that specific month matters so much right now in 2026 is that people in this group have recently made or are currently making their claiming decision. The difference between getting that decision right and getting it wrong is permanent. If you were born in 1957 and claimed at 62, your benefit was permanently reduced by approximately 25.8%. On a base benefit of $2,000 a month, that is $516 less every single month for the rest of your life. Over 20 years, that is $123,000. The SSA processes that application without a financial warning. They confirm you understand the reduction is coming. You confirm it. And the reduced amount becomes your permanent number from that day forward. For people in this group who have not yet claimed and are already past their full retirement age, every additional month of delay is adding 0.2% permanently to your eventual monthly payment. That compounds to roughly 8% per year. Between full retirement age and age 70, that adds up to between 24 and 32% more per month permanently, depending on your exact birth year. On a $2,000 benefit, that could be up to $640 more every single month for the rest of your life. For those currently working while collecting before full retirement age, the earnings test is active in 2026. Earning more than $23,400 in a year triggers a withholding of $1 for every $2 over that limit. The withheld amount is not permanently lost, it gets credited back to your record once you reach full retirement age. But without knowing this rule exists, a suddenly reduced check can feel like money simply disappearing without explanation. Group 2, before we move on, drop your specific full retirement age in the comments. Not just the year, the month, and the year. If you know it, drop it. If you do not, that is exactly what I want you to find out before you close this video. Group 3. You were born between 1960 and 1965. You are between 61 and 66 years old right now. Full retirement age for everyone in this group is exactly 67. And the most urgent conversation for people in this group in 2026 is understanding exactly what happens to your monthly benefit if you claim before that date, because the SSA is not going to walk you through it before you sign. Claiming at 62 with a full retirement age of 67 permanently reduces your monthly benefit by 30%. On a $2,000 monthly benefit, that is $600 less every single month. Over a 20-year retirement, that is $144,000 in total cumulative losses compared to simply waiting until 67. The SSA processes early claims without issuing a financial warning. They confirm you understand your benefit will be reduced. You confirm it. The reduced amount becomes your permanent number from that point forward. What most people in this group do not know is that there is a claiming option available after full retirement age. If you file after turning 67, you can request up to 6 months of retroactive payments. SSA pays you as if you had filed up to 6 months earlier. On a $2,000 benefit, that is a potential lump sum of up to $12,000 arriving with your first check. The ongoing monthly benefit adjusts slightly to reflect the earlier start date, but the option exists, and almost nobody in this group has ever heard of it. For people in this group who are 5 or 6 years from claiming, the single most valuable action you can take right now is reviewing your earnings record. Go to ssa.gov, create your My Social Security account if you have not already, and pull your full earnings history going back to your very first job. 1 year where your employer submitted the wrong payroll figure, a freelance period that was never recorded, a job whose records were never properly transferred to your file, reduces your eventual monthly benefit by approximately $100 per affected year. If 3 years of your record are wrong, that is $300 less every month for the rest of your retirement. Find those errors now while you still have the documentation to prove what you actually earned. W-2 forms, old tax returns, pay stubs, those records are available to you now and become harder to locate every year that passes. The correction itself is free. The window to make it without it costing you is not open forever. Before the summary, drop your group number in the comments. Group 1, Group 2, or Group 3. Tell me which part of this video hit closest to your situation.